In this video, we're going to learn how to make 3D transforms. Okay, so first let's get rid of the 2D properties we did in the previous video. And now let's start with our first 3D transform, which is going to be to rotate the Facebook div in 3D. So which means that if you imagine that the rectangle is sitting in a 3D environment, now we're gonna try to pull the top of Facebook towards us, and we're gonna try to push the bottom of Facebook. Then that will create a 3D effect, and Facebook is gonna be rotating like this. Okay, so if you pull the top and you push the bottom, then you're gonna create a 3D rotation. Okay, and that's an X rotation. Okay, while if you push the right side and you pull the left side towards you, then you are creating a Y rotation, because you are rotating the div around the Y axis, while the X rotation is rotating around the X axis. Okay, so the syntax is similar to this. So it starts all the time with transform. Okay, and then we're going to go to rotate. By this time we're going to be doing rotate X, and then we set the angle. So let's try 10 degrees and see what happens. Okay, so we're not seeing a big difference. Now we start seeing the difference. So just imagine that you are pulling the top and pushing the bottom. So if we continue, once you go to 90 degrees, then you don't see anything. Okay, because once we rotate the div around the x-axis by 90 degrees, then if the div is supposed to be a flat rectangle and we are turning in a 3D environment, then once you turn into 3D, then you can't see anything, because it's just sitting there flat and you can't see anything there. All right, so let's keep it 30 degrees for instance. Okay, and let's try now to do a Y rotation. Okay, so I'm just gonna duplicate that and change the X to Y, and now we can see that the bigger the angle, the bigger the effect is, and you can see how the change happens. So it's like we are pulling that side and we are pushing that side. Okay, so that's how the rotation works in 3D. Bear in mind that the syntax will change for other browsers. So this is the standard syntax, and as we have seen for the 2D, we will need to add something in front of transform. So for instance, for Internet Explorer 9, we'll use this syntax, so -sign ms -sign. For other browsers, we will need to use the -sign followed by WebKit. Okay, for now let's just comment those. Okay, so that's how the 3D transform works. In the next video, we're going to be looking at transitions.